Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, nichellsheree. Today I'm going to show you how we did this queen size storage bed for about $500. These were our inspirations. We went and first we chose our fabric. We wanted an orange fabric. We found this at Hobby Lobby for $29.99 with their 40% off. We ended up getting 9 yards of fabric. Then we went over to our big blue hardware store and got our plywood. We got about 5 sheets of plywood. Had them cut down as much as they could. Then we had to cut down the rest ourselves. We ended up with our side boards and our front boards. This is all the boards. This is what they look like before they were installed. Then we went on and nailed our boxes together. Very simple. We just used our brad nailer and we just nailed all the boxes together. So this is what our boxes look like once we were finished. We have 2 for the side and 1 for the front. Our front piece is a little longer so it will line up with the side pieces. Then we did our insides. We got 2 twin extra long flat sheets for $10 from Walmart. Stapled on the inside. And then we did our inserts and stapled the fabric on our inserts. If you want a more finished look, you can always hot glue some trim to hide the staples. Then you want to go ahead and nail these from the outside of the box so they stay in place. So now we want to go ahead and do our fabrics for the outside. We chose some batting and then staple the fabric around. You want to make sure you just hold the fabric taut while you're stapling it so the fabric won't have any buckling and it'll be a nice and smooth finish. For the corners, you just want to fold it over like you're wrapping a present. Just keep the ends and fold them over and staple them down. And for the back pieces, we just cut a little bit of fabric. For the back, you're not going to see the whole thing, so we chose to just cut a little bit of fabric so we won't have any, wasted fabric. And we had to make sure we had enough for all our boxes. If you want a more finished look on the back, we just kept the wood raw. You can always paint it. And this is what our box looked like. These are our side pieces. This end piece will be up against the headboard. You won't see that piece and you won't see this back piece here. Next, we just nailed in some little feet. That way the staples on the bottom wouldn't scratch up our floors. For our front piece, we just nailed the fabric on the ends because on the front we wanted some kind of like a waterfall effect with the pool noodles going down the front. So next I just cut all my pool noodles in half and lined them all up so I knew how much I needed, and then I got to stapling. You always want to cut your fabric a little longer because once you start bunching the fabric up, it will get shorter. So you want to make it about half as long as the front piece that you're doing. So here I'm just using some spray glue, which didn't work really well. I do recommend using like a hot glue gun because it's quicker and it will help stay in place. So here you're just going to repeat each row, stapling, just making sure, stepping back, making sure it's lined up and looking straight. When you get to the bottom, you just want to make sure you staple it so you can see the lining of that last pool noodle, and then just staple the rest of it up underneath. So for the ends, I just chose to cut them and then fold them under as straight as I could without too much buckling. And then what I'm going to do is, after I'm finished that part, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue it underneath so it will stay in place. And this is what the front box looks like. It came out really good. We're very happy with the outcome. So next, on to the tops, we're going to do the same kind of method we did for the front bottom box, and we're just going to fold under the fabric and staple it onto the back. Very simple. And this is what our tops look like when we were finished. And this is our side pieces. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and deconstruct this headboard. And we're gonna use some of the same pool noodles that were at the top on the new headboard. And I also had to extend the headboard, I believe 2 inches or maybe 4 inches on the side, because I believe I needed 84 inches in the headboard. I believe it might have been like 80 or 82. So for the side pieces, you can do the pool noodles all the way across, but we were running out of pool noodles, so I decided to just cut these side pieces down to 12 inches because that was the width of our bottom boxes. They were 12 inches, and that way it will line up when you look at it. So next we are going to put fabric on our wings. I always start at the top, just putting fabric down on the top of it, and then I'll go for my side pieces. At the top I will fold it under so it'll line up and you won't even see the seams. So here I'm just putting my screws in, and you just want to feel that it lines up with the bottom. You don't want to go all the way through. And then you want to go back and you want to cut your fabric where you felt the nails at. That way when you go to screw it in, the fabric and the batting won't bunch up into the hole. It'll just glide right into it without any obstruction. And here I'm cutting a hole on the fabric. So again, my screws will go directly into the wood. So here I'm just going to go ahead and staple the fabric on the back of the wing. And as you can see, this headboard is actually standing up on its own. On this left side, you can see that's where I had to extend it about 4 inches. And this is what the headboard looks like when it's finished. The only concern that I had is that top left first 12-inch pool noodle. I should have used a smaller one, but by the time I realized it was too late. And this is what it looks like when it's complete. I can't believe we actually found the same color bedding. We found that at Ross. This came out so good. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel.